another day. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up, Billies, wake up, Billies. Voice our opinion and place your calling. WB. Be yourself, see yourself. This is the show of people. Billies our hope, so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out. Is the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Love, respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes. WB. And all the things that will feel happen like God blue skies. I love it make people get victimized. Let's work together for better. We got to unite. Billies, yeah. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Another day is here. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. We gotta keep moving. Na 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 na. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Voice our opinion and place your calling. WB. Get up, make every day count. Don't waste it, people. Do your part, play a role, get where you need to. You can tune in from work or in your vehicle. If you got a problem, pick up the phone. Why wait till the time calling? It's a show with no matter even if you're at home. Just call in. WB. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Another day is here. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. We gotta keep moving. Na 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 na. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Voice our opinion and place your calling. WB. Be yourself, see yourself. This is the show of people. Billies our hope, so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out. Is the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Love, respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes. WB. And all the things that will feel happen like God blue skies. I love it make people get victimized. Let's work together for better. We got to unite. Billies, yeah. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Another day is here. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. We gotta keep moving. Na 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 na. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up, Billies. Wake up, Billies. Voice our opinion and place your calling. WB.
Good morning, Billies. Welcome to the WUB Wake Up Billies Morning Vibes. It's Monday, 27th January 2025. Mose Hyde hosting today, and always thankful to be here, have health and strength, and to be able to welcome all you good peoples who start your day with WUB, whether you're listening to Creme Radio, watching XTV, getting us via our apps, social media handles, or getting us via simulcast coverage. We hope that your day's start is blessed with great health, great energy, vibrations are positive, and a lot of space and maneuverability, so you could come, stick around, spend quality time, and for us, most importantly, be able to jump in and kick over the conversation with your input. Before we get to all that great stuff, we do have to get you lined up with a bit of warm-ups. We've got your morning news update, but before we get there, we've got your general weather forecast from the National Meteorological Service, and the Met's here to tell us what kind of day we can expect when it comes to the weather. We've got forecaster Francisco Wellington to tell us all about that.
Relatively moist conditions will support cloudy spells today and tonight, with a few showers and periods of rain, especially along coastal areas. A similar trend followed Tuesday and Tuesday night. Winds today will blow from the east and northeast at 10 to 15 knots, and seas will be moderate. High tides will occur at 9:32 this morning and 8:26 tonight. Low tides follow at 2:03 this afternoon and 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. Temperatures this afternoon will peak at 70 Fahrenheit up in the Maya Mountains, 82 along the coast and 84 inland. The moon will set at 4:05 this evening and the sun at 5:45. In the sargassum forecast, there is a small chance that a few sargassum mats could affect coastal destinations. However, impacts are expected to remain minimal. And that's the latest from the Belize Weather Bureau. Do have a pleasant day.
The first private radio in Belize since 1989, Creme FM presents the news. Informative, accurate, current information, regional and international news, weather and sports. And now, the news.
Following an extended meeting with officials from different arms of government on Thursday, January 23rd, the Ministry of Education, the Belize National Teachers Union, and the chair and president of the managing authorities of pre-primary, primary, and secondary schools signed a joint document. Among other things, it outlined the ministry's commitment to address challenges faced by teachers regarding the payment of salaries, allowances, and increments, as well as the hiring of teachers and professional development. In her report back Saturday to the union's membership about the meeting, National President Nadia Martin-Callis commented on some of the points in the agreement.
Very productive meeting. The BNTU stands behind its decision to sign that document. You gave us the mandate to challenge the powers that be. And we did. You asked us to make certain that systemic changes were made, or steps towards systemic changes were made, and that was done. We were also able to alleviate for some of you the supervisions that you're going through. What do I mean by that? In areas of TVET and VOTEC, where schools are struggling to find teachers, with the new agreement, individuals who work for certain businesses and have that skill set can now come in as part-time teachers to teach only that subject and then exit. That minimizes the amount of supervision that you have to do. A number of you are trying to complete your education. You don't have the finances. Some of you have to meet the pending minimum requirement of a bachelor's degree. So the 11 new scholarships that were awarded to the BNTU, the council embraced that. We also have the opportunity to recommend students from our junior colleges and high schools who want to pursue primary education or secondary education, recommend them to the ministry. That we are also proud of. When I say the council stands behind the agreement, we stand behind that.
However, Martin-Callis also reported that after a meeting of their Council of Management, the union branches decided that the union will launch a No Teacher Left Behind watch. According to Martin-Callis, their records show that 658 teachers have not received their increments for 2 years. Therefore, to bring attention to their continued plight in this regard, teachers will gather in Belmopan for a rally on Friday, February 7th to launch the platform.
We strongly believe that no teacher should be left behind. Absolutely none. Our data is showing that 658 teachers have not received their increment between 2023, which is a 2022-2023, and 2023-2024. That is a significant number. And not because majority received, we're going to ignore the fact that these teachers need us. The council voted for us to start the No Teacher Left Behind watch. That means we're going to put up that number of 658. And each time that a teacher on that list receives his or her increment, salary upgrade, we're going to reduce the number because we're going to keep watch over it. The council voted for us to meet in Belmopan on the 7th of February to launch the platform that you all voted for. You voted for us to register how we feel about some of us not getting our stuff in a timely manner. And for these persons who are waiting, the council believes we strongly needs to send a message there. And why is it that the council believes this way? Because when we look at the reasons given by educators, it is not something that sits well with us. When some of them go to management, we don't know, they're ignored, they're yelled at. They're not treated in a manner in which a teacher ought to be treated. So we cannot leave you out there. We cannot. So the movement, no teacher left behind. Make certain you put that on your wall, members. Because on the 7th we meet in Belmopan, and we will launch a platform, as I said before. We'll have our rally, because we need to make certain that it's zero. It comes down to zero.
A Belize City shooting at around 10 p.m. Saturday off Central American Boulevard left 24-year-old Belizean fisherman Mark Waite, known as Pito, dead, and 33-year-old Francine Herbert critically injured from multiple gunshot injuries. The two were part of a group socializing in front of a residence when an argument broke out. During the altercation, someone fired what residents reported were about a dozen shots. Police have detained the 22-year-old for questioning. Waite was acquitted in 2019 of the 2015 murder of a Mandela journalist Kareem Clark due to lack of evidence. A nurse from the South told Creme News XTV that on Friday her 24-year-old son, who is on medication due to a mental health condition, was detained by police and kept overnight in a cell. She says she would receive a call the morning following that her son had been shot by police, including once to the stomach. While she claims that he was brutalized before the shooting occurred, the department is disputing the family's version of events, and the commissioner Sunday night told us they will provide a full report today. We'll share more details from both sides in a subsequent newscast. Rivers remains hospitalized at the Western Regional Hospital under police guard. The nurse says she plans to pursue legal action. During an early morning shooting in the riverside area of Balama Phase 2 in Belize City Saturday, the residence of a tenant and the vehicle of Senator Colette Montero, another tenant, received damages. The retired landlord told police that a tenant reported hearing gunshots, and when she made checks, she realized there was a bullet hole in the back door and another in her refrigerator. Meanwhile, Montero shared that when he made checks after hearing the gunshots, he saw that his Chevy Colorado had a bullet hole to the tailgate and another to the left side. Fortunately, no one was injured. Police recovered 8 expended shells. Among the many executive orders signed by U.S. President Donald Trump on his first day in office on January 20 was one relating to foreign aid. It was ordered that no further United States foreign assistance shall be disbursed in a manner that is not fully aligned with the foreign policy of the President of the United States. As a result, a 90-day pause was ordered in U.S. foreign development assistance to allow for an assessment of all foreign aid. The order adds all department and agency heads with responsibility for United States foreign development assistance programs shall immediately pause new obligations and disbursements of development assistance funds to foreign countries and implementing non-governmental organizations, international organizations, and contractors. According to the order, after the assessment funding can be stopped, continued, or modified, for the program to continue in the same or modified form before the end of the 90-day period, the Secretary of State or his designee must grant approval. The Secretary of State can also waive the 3-month pause for specific programs. In the wake of the executive order, the Love Foundation reported that on Friday they were instructed that all CARSI-funded projects must cease all work immediately. The notice they received states that no further funding will be obligated for CARSI ESF grants until they have been reviewed and approved. They note that this development can impact the employment of dozens of workers. Apart from Love Foundation, Galen University, RET International, UNDP Belize, and Petal are among the most recent CARSI ESF grantees. CARSI stands for the Central American Regional Security Initiative. And that's the end of the morning news update. Take a small break. When we come back in on the side, we're going to open up for conversation. This is the WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes on Creme Radio and XTV.
The first private radio in Belize since 1989. The news. Informative, accurate, current information, local, regional, and international news.
All right, welcome back. This is WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes on this Monday morning. Of course, the most beloved morning of the week. It's nothing like a Monday morning. Well, I imagine there's a good number of you out there listening and watching who don't share that opinion. But the start of a thing is an important thing. So for most people, it's the start of the week. And you want to start off well to make sure you make the most. So the starting is essential. So put a different perspective on the first day of the week. Yeah, give it its respect, you know? Put some respect on a Monday. Make up your face. You've got to do what you've got to do. And one of the things you've got to do is to activate your membership in the WUB because, yeah, this is where it happens. Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. We've got a phone line for you to call in. And this is when you do it. The number is 280-5848. You have until 9 to put your stamp on the first conversation of the week. Yeah, that's always a beautiful thing. So, Belize, everybody were there. Or if you're there far, you could still find a way for link in and drive the conversation forward. All right? Whether you're listening to Creme Radio, you're to watch XTV, or of course you're on social media, of which, you know, we want to remind you people, especially the people on YouTube, we're back. Don't wait until tomorrow, don't wait until later on. We want you to do it now. Just, you got it on YouTube right now. When are you going to become a subscriber? We say no, it's the best time. Not later, not tomorrow. Right now, it doesn't take a lot of time. You just find that subscribe thing and you just click it. And we are happy that you become an official member of the WUB tribe. So, make that bold step. It strengthens us. And of course, that gives us the opportunity to strengthen you. We've got a call. Krem, good morning, WUB.
Brother Mose, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Your great friend here, too.
Yeah, man, I'm a friend. I'm a ballet. I'm a baldouche. Where do you go on?
Brother Mose, always a pleasure. Man, I listened to Creme News just now. I couldn't get clearly.
Could we get more volume on you, though, Brother Torres? You're kind of sound low, man.
Right now?
Better.
Thank you greatly. Yes, I listened to, I believe it was, oh, yeah, your tea there. I know you that tea. I had a coffee. Yes, I believe she was there in interview the president, female president of the Teachers Union.
Mm-hmm.
Man, yes, I like when they say, no, I left no teachers behind. Unbelievable, for 4 years, then people at school will educate for we kids, whether the second parent. Man, they not get the increment for 4 years. Lordy. And that's how we say. Anyway, I'm not going there. Anyway, I left her so. But it's very unfair. You see, them politicians should know. Well, they don't know. If they want to know what it takes for a teacher to prepare itself, all right, weekends every day and get to school and handle the aches of the various disciplines and kids. Anyway, they don't know that. They have to conduct Torres to get some lecturing. And notice also, the Belize sector mayor saying that because the income of the council is unable to fend for streets, they might go to lending agency. Well, my friend Baramos, as an economist by birth, I know for sorry, that can make us smile. Very good. I didn't look this morning. Yes, as an economist by birth, I can prove that street surfacing is no intelligent spending there. Here we have, please. We could say that a lot of streets they broke up right now, a lot of streets to fix, of course. But one street when we fix, gone into a huge spending that was unnecessary if we would have had adequate maintenance. That is St. Thomas Street, which I not live far away. But St. Thomas Street, very, very smooth, beautiful. But its surroundings, I want you to see the surroundings. You have one street behind heavy turning from twins in trucks then, man, he should have done it and paved up a portion where he broke up, man. Because we go to twins and twins, we love in twins because it's close by and they have variety of items. But Christ, man, that you broke up the street, man. You can't use taxpayers' money for fix where you broke up. That's when another like me, no. Because I spoke, you see, I went out, people out there, they said, this is not what you for say. I said, well, you not say it. Why? I don't know like you, they won't oppress me. My son in a police, my daughter this, my this and that. Well, that's why then politicians go off as we wish. Anyway, look at St. Thomas. Brother Mose, St. Thomas Street, from way back, nothing wrong with it. The only places where me heavy and hole me they feed the surface, the right front of twins again because of the heavy turning. So that would have needed, I mean, to sing it in the past, but the time for put one layer of asphalt because you say what part the surface, you could say rocks. No, that means you need, leave buttered with the asphalt. You see. So it's not me, just for sure, your brother Mose, that I am an economist by birth. The crossings and intersections, I would concrete it because that is where the holes may appear faster because when we turn, we abrupt brake. We the brake while we the turn, and we ourselves they broke up the streets because the way we applied brake. We too abrupt, we not brake progressively to come to the junction, intersection, and turn. So that's what I may do, and then I would have all in material for all the streets in its surroundings to fill it up, you see. So now you can cost you more just so, just so, what I call practice appearance for the future. Anyway, Brother Mose, you take care. God bless.
All right, Brother Torres, thanks for being the first one online this morning. WB, Wake Up Billy's Morning Vibes, number 280-5848. That's the live line for you to participate in the conversation. Feel free to jump in at any time, and even if your preferred topic does not align with whatever I talk and run my mouth about, no feel no way. Just proceed. Do your thing, all right? It's 7 o'clock on this Monday morning, and this is Wake Up Billy's Morning Vibes. Now, while we wait for you to make up your mind and jump in, there's a couple things we want to touch on. Always have a couple things to touch on, because I know that you all might hesitate to use the line, so have to have options. And very often the options are not the most pleasant things to talk about. This is a high fiber show, right? Yeah. This is tackle difficult things. And one of the things right away, I spent some time last week, the last morning I was here, feeling duty bound to just express the extent to which it was so disheartening, tragic that a couple in the prime of their life, parents, were slain on the highway, and the rumors were that the report, it's just rumors, the report was that they were slain over a vehicle that they tried to purchase, and then we were told that they were suspects, and then later on, the suspects were announced, and we found out that the people that have been held for this crime, two young individuals, two young men from the same village, beautiful Burl Boom, that the deceased are from. And that these were the individuals to whom they had paid a sum of money for a vehicle, and they did not get the vehicle, and obviously that resulted in friction, contention, and just completely completely zero logic, reasoning, whatever. Obviously, what the police are claiming is these individuals decided that they were going to lure these people to their deaths. But I have a call. Krem, good morning, WUB.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
It's a moon.
Yes, sir.
I got up and try to pay one leave in Lancaster. Man tell me you can't afford to pay me for child rap pay last year. They have to charge $21 more because they can't afford it. That's not something we need to do so people could know, man. But the main thing I call for, I don't spend $11,000 to try to get two pieces of place in my daughter's name. Could help me. I get Subaru.
You are giving the properties to your daughter?
Yes, man, I got all the papers at one time. They tell me
from my understanding,
I got the executor and I paid $5,500 to my lawyer to get a paper. When I get a paper, I have to go back to they tell me everything I have to go to Central Bank. I Ghana Central Bank myself after about 6 months. Central Bank
so, but hold up, man, you go to fast man, I just want to get the clear understanding. So that you own the property?
Yes, me and my sister buy the property about 15, 20 years ago.
But
She was to come home and live because Ghana, England, Ghana is about 6 years.
Okay.
So we want to come home. But the day before he come home, it was only me and my sister.
Okay.
My sister don't have no children.
Yeah.
Who do you think the property should I go to? Yeah, she buy. You don't have to do no research. If you want to do research in Alan, like why they write that bill upon your car and find out if I buy it.
From my understanding, at least legislation was introduced into the House for make the transfer of ownership of property from parent to child free from the duty that was being you had to pay initially. So like there was always, if you no matter, even if you give or you inherit, somebody pass on the land to you, your parent, you still have to pay the duty and taxes. From my understanding, that legislation was introduced to make that stop, at least from parent to child to offspring. Have you inquired about that?
I don't pay $5,500 to government. I still can't get a paper.
Well,
rumor said somebody paid $27,000 for one of the property, for the property. That's a rumor. But I Ghana bill my pan a couple weeks ago again, I meet a man, got all the information about my sister, got the lap number, everything. So I really tell her that me the work with my sister get the land. And he paid the lady $80,000 to get this property. I mean, but why when you should be wrong someone? You go to burn up and you try to talk to this one, you try to, you can't talk to nobody, but that's wrong, man. You must put, you go on minister and chief executive officer, each other go on secretary, you go up to the lady, you have to tell she, so she could tell the secretary, then the secretary and transfer that. I mean, I'm foreign as the community go up the land members. Foreign as the community, you never hear.
Is that sir?
Nobody talk about how much they pay for the land within the crop.
This is sir? Sound like sir. Huh?
Yes, that's what I mean.
Just pick up on your voice.
I mean, they're not convert or anything at all, man. You know what I mean? You can't go to the parliament and say I will pay $21 more for the property tax. I mean, without inform people, man. I mean, you have to tell people something, man. So you could know, then you go there prepare. I don't know why we can't discuss anything. I bring up a very well among the points where we could discuss to people. You know how many times when I got out there, nobody knows. Because when I listen to the news, I got the part pick that street. You know what we do? We build the monument stand over the rain. You see, in a talk to people, you think that tell you cut off one piece of the yard, you build it in cement and put something in there and nothing to fail. No more. If you have to fix one thing, you have to go up that. One can't build for tomorrow, man. This is about one thing we discussing with the boss. You know, we have to go on conversation about these things, man.
Well, you know that you have standing invitation for when you want company show you this. You know this, so
Yes.
you know you could, and then you also, I think you also have one similar welcome with Sister Yaya. So you got privileges, you know, sir.
But you know, think we could have an open conversation about something.
Absolutely. So you have to link and make we arrange the time.
Yeah, we can look on the street. No street, where the side of a river should have flood. One street like the street will run direct to one drain, to one canal. Shouldn't flood. You know, man, they argue the street lower than the canal, that's why water already in there. You go, you stop on the canal side, and looking at the canal, and you see where the water is. I mean, you have to also, we got a lot of things to talk about. Sports. And if you have no people, you know, this and that was supposed to report every Monday. You give back, but give them a literature report so you could know where I want to go to the game or you're about. But that when the thing don't happen, then you tell us. Anyway, we have to make all the arrangements so we go. But think about that long thing what the talk about, man. You're supposed to be able to pass something. You don't want for it to repeat back to over 15 years. Give your data, man. And why you want your data? Because I got about 11, 12 children. I want you that when you're there, you can know, but you don't want no quarry or this and someone that and one man. But you understand how the job of everybody?
Yep.
Come on, look at talk about them thing. Then people come in the government plan, you know when they pay for it. And most ridiculous way I hear government is buying land from a foreigner for $6 million. I mean, it's not religion, to say religion, they hustle. But no foreigner come in, man. You got them, Mahogany Heights and John, the below something they get for $500 from a foreigner. I mean, we got to tell people where they go on about, and people, the hotels, you know, they punish. I mean, they want things happen. You give a man like this cement house, only one bedroom house. They got 2 kids. I see where the kids are sleep on the floor, I see them sleeping on the bed. And then easy for the hour, you know, put on from this, I put on addition. You know, when you put on build one cement house and go put on addition, you have to go into the ground and try to find the foundation and join it up. Otherwise, part one left in this part. You can't just put on addition to say you put on addition. I mean, you could discuss some other thing about the guy that hurt, man, the hurt. I think I got some people give data. You mean I can't let me home for one on the data, no? Because I want to give me data on the house or give me some on the house. I can't be.
Yeah.
They don't have to pay some big money.
Yeah, I think that has been, again, I don't know if it has become law, but in my view, people have complained for a long time that it shouldn't be a thing with when you essentially, you know, they sell the property, you hand the property over.
They make no profit off it.
So why you still have, but you know, every now and then, sense do, right? Every now and then, and based upon that legislation, at least, I would have said that makes a lot of sense. But I don't know how that would have worked for if that is presently, you would have say, in place, whether it's done law. And if it is that done law, whether or not you will get a reimbursement for where you don't pay already. But I have to look into that for you, my brother.
Now look into that. Well, next thing, man, you got money in your house. Ring. Man, 3 months and no pay. Man, I happen to get one police came on the court. I mean, I get a court. The judge said, well, how much are you paying? The man said, I pay $400. Man, no expect the man to come out your house. Go for find somewhere and then come back and pay you. That's one of the things that kind of impossible. You know what I mean? So, make a shit about that, man. Then you go to court and say 9 o'clock. So you go to court and sit down. You sit down out there like cat land on a shade. Rain or shine, you sit down out there. And when you like Bonito, you go to court and one night and leave on call. You go to say 12 o'clock. to go home. You know, I mean, we got the common thing to talk about, boss. We got to educate people, you know, man. We just can't do things and it should be done people's throat. And it's supposed to could. I used to go sit on Mr. Rogers, talk to Mr. Rogers. I could talk to Mr. Catus. When the Prime Minister, but I woke up sit down 2 o'clock Sunday evening, called me and said, I used to go and see you to the capital of Scenario town in Bollywood. Because you all know that the handmaid, you're a woman, you're a dog man. Talk to women, talk to people, man. You know, agree with me?
100, my brother. You know this.
Now, after I win that time, I'm coming like this, and I said, man, the guy is hurt now.
All right, my
I
brother.
won't know another work, no. You know, people in the hotel live, and when they sign a paper, you know, consider you have paid so much a month.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the month for pay. Consider, when 2 weeks gone and no pay, consider as the first notice. Next time, you know, when you go to court, one time I went to court, I said, Your Honor, can I say something? He said, you can't say, look me here, you want to say a pay. And why the man did I move? And why I paid it like you know water bill? Because when I tell you a man, when you go to pay like water, the man tell you have to prove that you ran up the house to you when you are rented, you have to bring you like this, then you live at this. I lived at the spot for over 50 years, man. Then I know where I live. Which way did you do in sports? I mean, I broke down a cement fence back up. MCC made up the whole back of the fence up behind people. They broke it down and put up a wire fence on that side of the knee. I mean...
You look like somebody, I don't know, because that never talk, yeah, but maybe they hear that, maybe they hear the people they talk about it.
Yeah. Right now, they build one, that students start to build one cement fence in Muslims.
But I tell you, like somebody must hear the people they watch Panat and I think they change no?
When you put down one thing, you know they drive no fire. Leave, you go down, when they build one fence, I go down one 3 feet or 4 feet in and go so the fence can't know what's my mind. Then they do the same thing, just put down one leaf from this and they put up no steel. Every 10 feet you go down 4 5 feet.
Well, you would have hope, no sir, that understanding that they see what happened to the first fence, that they would have make this one year we part well, okay, it'd have to be one monster storm to bring it down. So I just see that somehow they reverse from the nonsense, because I did say, but why didn't they put up one chain link fence? I mean, that don't make sense. This is our stadium. This you know, how you want? How you got chain link fence there? It don't make no sense. But I see they change it and they put the cement. But you qualified for access. Whether they put one good cement fence, and you say that in your opinion they are not, that they put one like one another squad.
Every 10 feet you go down 4 feet, you go down 4 feet. So
Then they put enough steel?
Yes, they put in steel also, but that's if you understand where we come from. Look, I send one letter introduced from 4 feet or 3 feet. And Kennedy, I mean, really, MCC comes from here. They want something, the guy may have connected to being in Avenue and that thing will go to the river. They want something. Then Ghana, big one, 3 feet. I tell him, but I said, the water and I might fence piece of fence to move. And then I live in the car and I said, boy, your fence gone down. I mean, you got to build forever, man. You know my thing. When we build, let us think that we build forever. Let it not be for present delight or for present use alone. Let it be such one that our descendants will thank us for. Let us think that as we lay stone and stone, the time is to come and those stones will be held sacred. Just because our hands touch them.
That's beautiful, my brother.
Children will say this, oh, Father,
Beautiful. All right. I got you. The happy home builder himself. So Randy, give thanks. Give thanks, brother. Give thanks. And make we make we arrange it. Yeah, man. I'm glad to hear you.
All
right.
Big opposing thing I see how we could have.
Yes.
And then politicians is far away from the people, but remember you, the people elect you, then you become the leader of the people, not the special party. So our man can't come now, repeat, I said it to his son, I said, I'm going across the go. You want to be back from across the half it over. Something else in my way go for. You know, I mean, the people who work for. What is the last point I want to make? One from party in a power like that, you in a power no. So UDP win one, lot of people have to go back and vote for UDP. You understand what I say? And the same thing, when UDP they in a power so much AI, so UDP have to come over and vote for PUP. No, this party alone, one party alone could make them win. You have to share it so when you win. All right, everybody.
Give thanks for your. Give thanks.
Oh, I want to dig up some other thing.
Yes, man.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, nice we recognize now. You should bring it to anybody and tell a couple of you can cement it down, put that thing in there. But when you're ready for build one day, you know that the world goes back, that's the reality. But then there is some build one day, you have to move that. You build forever, man. All right, my darling.
Give thanks, Sir Randy. Yeah, man. It's 19 minutes after 7 o'clock. This is the WUB Wake Up Billy's Morning Vibes. Mose Hyde hosting. The telephone number is 280-5848. That is the live line for you to participate in the conversation. Let me just finish up that it's last Wednesday I was very I was really like I was upset. Just, you know, like the fact that we kind of like they normalize these things, and it's human to try and normalize things, because that's how we cope, that's how we manage, that's how, you know, just lose ourselves. We have to try just somehow find normalcy even in the most outrageous realities. But sometimes that have a negative impact, because then we kind of ignore and just with people's lives they go down. And so I spent Wednesday not knowing that the reality of the situation, at least based on the police action and who they've arrested, that it made it worse, no? It made it worse, because now it's like, you know, you think to yourself, and I was telling family members just yesterday that if we have, like, based on everything we know, what has been put out, again, this is nothing, people have not been convicted of anything, but the police are saying these are the individuals that they have held, people in the same village, they're young people, and, you know, they said that, you know, the reports in the news is that, you know, that the son of a pastor and all of that. And I said to myself, where hit you is that in Belize, this place that we call home, we live one dispute away from a possible homicidal situation, because there no one thing trigger the homicidal rush that Belize right now. Dispute, any dispute amongst anybody. You can't just say, oh, that damn bad one. That me yesterday script, that me yesterday complaint. 2025, we live in a time where the homicidal trigger come just have. So when you, every dispute where you have right now, this place that we call home, we have to live with that consciousness there. Even though the person where you in a dispute with, they live no kind of bad life where you could say or nothing, You don't know what is going on in nobody's mind. You don't know when in the process and say, well, the way to solve this, that delete. Like if you watch the news, that the reality, that we power we live. It's and that one, if you really focus on that make you like paralyzed with paranoia. But where else they say? Where else they say when on the surface of it, you got one Burl Boom has had some problems. There's been some violence there, some brutal ones, but over the past couple of years. But Burl Boom, it's not a hotbed of gangsters. It's not a hotbed of shotty and killy. But even one normal transaction, and we see that in the news report, we have to wonder how this process to work report. Then everybody up and up as car dealers, and you have to watch what they do and all of that. Somebody to try hold off on the money. But if somebody, listen, somebody are reel up over $300, much less over $30,000. Listen, any person want reel up about that. You out of pocket 30 grand. You don't know human if you know they try get back your money or get what's supposed to come along with that. So that natural. And then if that don't work, if we don't resolve it when I try, then from there you obviously have to become one court thing, and that's what we should do. But the reality is 2025, contention and friction, and it's like the option we're going to remain because all sorts of people now we find out, like, if they try to find somebody to do it, then they think about do it themselves. We in a kill mode. We are in kill mode. That we part with there when something like that could happen. Like it just that I have to be real and just say, oh, that shake me deep. That shake me deep. For, like this out a boom now. A boom. 10 years ago, boom no in the news for nothing. The only time boom come in the news that when they got a canoe race. Otherwise than that, quiet boom. Well, crazy. It's crazy, and we can't put you up that. We can't put you up, where we're there with this level of violence and with the way we are triggered to violence. They're not just the one script where everybody try to put like, oh, there's some bad set against one another bad set, and nah. 7:26, when our 2 cents come, take away, sponsored by Point Security. We're going to take our first break of the morning. Come back. This is Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes.
What's up, guys? You're watching WB, and I'm your host for Tuesday. Come, yes, Brick City. And guess what? Everybody want to know how special the Valentine's. Me want to know, you want to know. Let's go find out the people in 2 cents on it. 2 cents, come, my friend. How serious and special you take care of Valentine's?
That normal day to me. I don't take it that serious. But if I like a present, I still feel hurt.
What are you 2 cents on the Valentine's, friend? How serious you take it?
Well,
how special is special to you?
Well, it's special for me every day, because Valentine, every day your partner love you.
Yeah.
Valentine no got no special day. Love you every day.
Yeah.
Nothing different, right? That's why I got to say Valentine every day.
You look out for something, no?
I look out for something. I get something every time because I got a good man.
That your two say?
That my two say.
Don't say it. All right. You big up plum. What are your two say for Valentine's? How serious do you take it?
Oh, we take Valentine's very serious. Valentine's is for the ladies.
Only that?
Yeah, it's for the women. It's not
So
for
what do
me.
you do special?
What do I do special?
Yeah.
Well, for my woman, she definitely get wined and dined, you know. Take her out to eat, take her to do a little shopping, whatever she want to do, and then, you know.
That your two say?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Serious? Or how special Valentine's to you?
It's very special, right? Especially to the one you love. But it's very costly, right? But I mean, as a man will love a lady, you shouldn't mind how much it costs. Treat your lady right, right?
That your two cents?
My 2 cents.
What are your 2 cents for the Valentine's? So serious or how special is Valentine's to you?
Well, I take the Valentine's serious because this is the month for love. This is the month for spouse appreciation month. Yeah, that's how serious I take it. Yeah.
Yeah, your 2 cents. How special or how serious you take the Valentine?
Well, I take this day special in the sense that everybody look at it as a day of love for the year, right? But personally, I don't really celebrate it, but I always try to do at least something nice to my wife, making her feel left out, right?
That your 2 cents. Respect. All right.
Valentine's to me is a very special day for me and my lady because it's a very special day. I want to look on it. It's time well spent with your family. If you love your family, you'll take your Valentine's Day very seriously.
That your 2 cents.
That's my 2 cents.
All right. See there?
I see it as another passing day. But for those who are into Valentine, I think they should go ahead and celebrate it.
That your 2 cents?
Yes.
5848. That is the live line for you to participate in the conversation. So, I'm sure if you all have read or watched or listened or watched anything with American news, you would know that the planes are starting to leave the U.S. with people that are undocumented. Human beings, just like all the way, Ghana states, they're not got any papers. They're being rounded up, and they are putting out announcements for people to rat on people, no? Like, and then they go on away, right? We told you this would happen, it's happening, and it's quite a thing. Can't know nothing about that. Where I have to report upon where is of interest to us is that some countries have tried to push back. Colombia tried to push back, got threatened, they backed down, and they have worked it out. But one of the countries were never pushed back. One of the countries where essentially they say, anything you want, Mr. President. One of the countries where the report is that they line up and just send where you want to send this side, Mr. President, and give you one guess. Who you think? They line up, first in line. Send Sonia, send Sonia. Who you think? Just eager to please, like only puppy. Eager to please, eager to please. At least based on what I read, right? That's how it seemed to me. Okay. I'll give you one clue. Country where no one will go down that stone. You know that country there? The one where ram with boat and so. We got with the ICJ right now. Oh yes, that country, that neighbor of ours. With neighbor like them there, I tell you. Well, our neighbor, you know, they know one they're on the wrong side of Fidel president. Fidel president. And again, that's a Fidel position, and I know got no, it's that again, this is from nation to nation, but it's of strategic importance to us, right? And for me, where we learn after this weekend is that there was a movie, I forgot how it is, had a movie with about some gangsters out of Philadelphia, and they would have go around the all crews and tell them either lay down or get down, or I forget how they put it. I forget the line, it's a beautiful line. But either way, like if you tell any crew, either you want get on your knees and line up where you have to line up, or you want to get dealt with. That is now the foreign policy of position of the empire, the United States of America. For them policy is there will be no cuteness. You know I try play cute. When we tell you to do something, you do it, or there will be significant consequences. No, it's only a matter of time, if not already, that our leaders will be told what is expected of them. And where we say wrong here, even if you try hard talk, leave it, try play people, after a while when the man say, well, okay, you play that. There are very few countries want resist that brother there. Right now. Colombia talk big for about 24 hours. I didn't even know if that much. We don't want to play no and send nobody here. We got 15,000 undocumented Americans right now that live in Colombia. So don't come with that. We want to send them back. Blah, 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 blah. Before the night before the night matter resolved, we are going to send our plane. You don't even have to, when I save you the money, I have to fly all the way here. We are going to pick up then at Honduras. So then gone from your plane can land here to, listen, we are meet you halfway. We are send with own plane. That's the whole the hemispheric order will run now. And we, yeah, small Kunku place, but we got a lot of space. Kunku place, but we got a lot of space. We have to understand what potentially could happen. We can't wait. You in my view, humble opinion of mine, you could disagree, but I don't feel that you wait till when somebody come and knock on your door and tell you what they want you to do. We have to have one idea what we want to do and what we don't want to do and we have to engage for we leadership as to what that for we position for all of this. And I know they talk about for we people and when they come home, because home, definition of home is the place your parent can't ever turn you away. So for we brother and sister when they come, we better not got no skin up and play no game with them. Come. But the pace at which they want to send people and root people up, primarily all the undocumented people, they're not just, oh, they want to send only Guatemalans to Guatemala or whatever, send people back to their own country. They want to just get people out. So they are going to create, if they are successful, some bottlenecks, and they want to look to see how they can resolve that. They want to come knocking upon with those. They don't freeze all foreign aid. So that is something for us to keep our eyes on. Like I say, our neighbor, they're not shame about for their game. They don't want sweet puppy for Washington right now. Then they lick everything. Just send the plane there, boss. That could be potentially a problem for us. Keep our eyes on that. So anyway, we can't lose focus on, they are in a rough situations when you're kunku. You can't sleep. Can't do that. Let me just repeat the telephone line at 280-5848. That's the live line for Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. Another matter that came up last week when I was off, and obviously, so the new currency was unveiled, and anecdotally, I know, see no poll, but most of what I have seen, people either one, not approve of the art design, not look good today. They think it look like cheap money, whether in regard as peso or they don't really like it. That again is not confirmed by some kind of legitimate poll, but just one based on everything. The ones who have said and the ones who have spoken and the ones who have been interviewed and the ones who have posted stuff online, they alone 1 stars as a graphic design. And then there's also those who have very strong feelings that they love for their queen for their money, they love their royals for their money, and if they're not the queen, they would have want the king. And I'm not getting at that. That's weird to me, but there are reasons and there are realities, and the Exhibit A, that the terrible job of decolonizing that has been done here, which is represented by the very fact that it took them over 4 decades to finally have some level of sovereignty and cojones that they could actually contemplate not putting their colonial masters upon their currency. But I don't want to dive into that. The one where I want to dive in, where I feel is extremely consequential, is the fact that it appears that we got a lot of people who no kind of got a level understanding of where part of value of money come from. But I pause because we're going to call. Krim, good morning.
Oh my God, thank you, Jesus. How great thou art.
Where you going?
I actually got the box in the studio. Right, well, I feel good. Diamond.
Where you going, my brother?
I'm mad at you, brother, but I love that I could get guitar from your state and I called last week. But me, I had it now back and forth over this issue. But I have no issue with changing the money. I have no beef with who gets who 50 after your kids. I believe that it deserves the 100. I believe the Philip deserves the 20. So now we got 6 paper bills. Right? But I don't want to repeatedly see that price. Philip wants me for the bill. I don't feel it's fair. Somebody said this morning that maybe because we got 2 declared national heroes. I don't want to look politicians for the bill either. So we can't get to a Pencaetano, 2 for G6 Danriga. We can't get to a somebody for Oringa, 1 for Corazon, 1 for Cayo, or we negotiate how we do it. I put them on the bill. We could get Ramsey on the bill. Well, thank you like that, and I wouldn't have a problem with that. We could get a common man on the bill. You don't have to be a politician. The reason why I have an issue with the bill and the fee is because I believe when I begin with trade, and then some politicians are killed with a photo of the human for the next 2 because, but you know, they don't let one keep it. If you took a 3 billion one time with people, it would not be full around with, and that would be the remaining bit. I can't vision. I got 3 billion on the pocket of my dad. I got 7 billion, but 3 of them on dad. I feel like I got $300. Well, I don't got $300 for. That's my next part of where I don't want to be the same person. But I feel like as a small country, we don't got parts, we don't consult nobody. We don't consult me. I got nobody ask me what less. God and then take off and then change the money. Nothing wrong with that. But about that 3 pounds scared about the valuation. But we develop about 20 years ago. If you don't know that, you want to be Chinese. Well, obviously, don't go to the Chinese, you don't know with the value. But I'm going to tell you something. Let us find 6 decent people and put this money, man. I don't want the money. The reason they push this down the throat and like, I can't depend on the Prime Minister to change this because he probably don't have to hear what I said. But if the people I believe don't realize, when I end up with 2 people for the money, and then when I put one next politician for the money, when one day we are calling you and I tell you, I hear the money, I don't want one politician for the money. It shouldn't be.
I totally agree that the concept that the only heroes that we can declare officially are politicians. I don't care how much you love Mr. Price or how much you love Mr. Golson. They're both politicians, and I am not of the view that the only people that we could regard as official heroes are to be politicians. That's one. That's one. That's one. 2, I feel that this is consistent with the status quo, which is that we are treated as children who have no role to play in what things are to be or how things are to be done. That's that, you know, like when they say picnic is to be seen and not heard. That we are not regarded as adults by the leadership, and that is disgusting. We have one say in who they pay with money now. Part of the problem with that is that again, such a terrible job has been done with freeing our minds that we don't know where that's going. Because you could end up, if you follow consensus, you could end up with 6 colonizers with money. But that would be an indictment of the job that has been done post-independence in working on our minds. I'm not going down that road there. For me, what has to be dealt with, and I know they try partner to woman pan is you can't have one situation with part the only man depend on the money. Like just standard you can't listen. We don't Sister Yaya, we don't only got man pan the flag. And now we only got man pan the flag. In my view, nobody know for the pan the flag. Again, our national symbols were not determined by consensus. Graphic artists and our artistic community were not a part in deciding how a flag want look, which song we are using. None of that. That was not a consultative vote. Those were things which were handed down from the mountain, like Moses coming down with the 10 Commandments. So we are built on that formula. We are bring it down from the mountain top for you. Okay. All right. Now, my view is this of we time now, while we're still here, we got bread. We have a flag without a woman, our currencies without a woman. They're like, no, they say, woman don't even to be seen, much as heard. That's what that they said to me. So I think that is grotesque, straight, it's nonsense. Like, so obviously you are right, you have 6 currencies, and I would have said that you better make sure woman depend the money fast, and next thing you better make sure the people ain't going to input in who else want to be upon the money. All the currency just can be George and Philip. I don't care how much you love them, how much they are your hero. I am with you on this. They can't depend all the money. Story done. I am. Let me know. I am 100% that the money not forgotten. The colonizer upon it. But the next thing I find to be most important is that with understanding of money, and that while I accept that I can only judge based on those who have vocalized the sentiment, it's been a consistent sentiment. People were gone to school and not have an understanding of where part of the value of the money come from. That is something that there has to be an intentional effort to make people understand where the value of money come from, where the value of the money come from, and what the money is backed by. And our money is backed by foreign reserves. Free money get Hamburg when we don't have US dollars. And that's the fight where we dey in. Because if you think your money have so much value, tell me how many places on planet Earth you could go and use Belizean currency to buy anything. You tell me with all the Queen planet, if I could have carry the Queen money that England, and I've been to England, and I could not have gone to any shop and say, see, my money have the Queen of England planet, so you know, have to take it and say, you better get out of here, bloke. So no come with that. And in fact, I could tell you this, that I gone to multiple places in Europe, and when gone to the place name with US dollars, and I never want it. That would blow my mind. But they never want the US dollars. So understanding the war of currency, understanding the value of how you get, you know, like the whole currency thing, when you really go for understanding, you realize that mankind live one delusion, because there was once a time when money have to be backed by gold.
Yeah.
No money is backed by debt. It's backed by credit. That is what backs money now in 2025. The US dollar is backed by credit. Yeah. So there were whole craziness with money. Understanding it important, because the way you are controlled and oppressed on the global scene is via your currency and how the games are manipulated to make you have you are under full control. That is why you could go online. You could go online and find out why they had to kill Muammar Gaddafi. Whether or not you don't a fan of Gaddafi, whether he was a good man, a terrible man, bad man, whatever, and whatever he did in the past, why they killed him like an animal was because he wanted to create a currency backed by gold for African countries to free them of the debt that they have to the US-backed global order. And when he decided that they hunt him down and then kill him like an animal, you could go anywhere online and do your own research to find out about that. That is the level at which currency and the value of currency and how that works. For me, I don't care. I don't got time to get into, well, you want a queen for your money. I can't convince you. I don't got time to try to convince nobody. But I hope that we use this as one.
Do it for the first time. Let's get it right.
So you're there with them. You're there with. Listen. No one person could decide who our heroes are, because we don't have one culture. We don't got a culture we have spent any time properly researching, studying, knowing all the stories. Everybody could fairly evaluate who is a hero to them. You cannot possibly be that in the history of this country, both from the time when it was a settlement to now where it's independent nation state since 1981, that we only have heroes via the political process. That would be not one lack of heroes, that one lack of honesty, courage, and thoroughness. That's what it would be. It now have nothing to do with that, the fact that we don't have one history where you have people who have beyond the political realm, who have contributed in such an extraordinary way that we are all better by it. Though that's what makes it a hero. And so I find that we not do the work for know who are we hero and who are not we hero. We not do the work collectively, and it's an important process for we do. But if we are not going to be included, then you know what? Then just put the barrier reef on the money, put Mayan sites on the money, put some drums on the money, put make we do that. Then if we don't want to be thorough, if we don't want to be honest, if we not try our best for be accurate and be just, then we better just put dead objects or non-human objects on the currency. Then if that's what it comes down to. But I there we do the wheel up a little bit on that, brother. There we do the wheel up on.
I really actually like the again I said, I wasn't one of those people who was on the money or not. It never mattered to me. All I'm saying is now that we get a chance to do it, man, let's get it right, man. So for once in our life, make we get something right from the beginning, because my biggest fear is that down the road, somebody has decided, well, they're not clear, this was we can put somebody else there, and I don't want that. If I'm going to get this new thing, I will live with it, I will learn to love it, and the argument that they look like peso, they look like quetzal, all money will look like that eventually, because the fact that the paper thing, whatever they use for work.
Well, I could tell you this. Just make sure you're not counterfeit, and I good. when you give me, listen to me, when you give me mines, just make sure that no counterfeit.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you something more. You know, the real old days, they have the money with that. I'm telling you to fool me with an American, with a Mexican.
And make sure if you wash them in pocket that the color no run.
Well, that's not true. But the smell of we money. But I tell you, when you smell that, and I could tell you about this Camille or this and or this. That smell or the but I don't know how
so you smell test your money?
What when you do so? I could tell you when that's a real good thing. I can't smell take the herb, but I could smell take the money. And I could tell you that one thing that smell, you're not fool me, but you could bring $100 American to me and fool me.
But that, no, American money gonna smell. American money gonna smell too.
But I only take foreign currency from people who are very, very honorable. Because I remember I got a kettle one time I changed about $9,000 in a bank. From 9 o'clock in the morning I never come up and until 2 o'clock in the evening. Over $1 take meal in the whole thing. And I had to try to explain to them and like seriously, what would possess me to wake up this morning? I thought straight out of it, maybe the test is the they never understand me, but I said the whole, I will not take from encouraging for anybody. I hear you, brother.
All right.
But more, beyond that, one more thing before I go. More, I was wondering over the past couple of years, we had a spike of violence and things, you know. And I wonder more, what makes a person whose father is a preacher decide, you know what? Let's just kill that person. What makes us not value the life of a human being? What makes my cousin decide to shot my son, shot me, shot my wife over $6,000? What happened? What the breakdown was? When did it start? How far we are reached? It's going to get better. We'll definitely get there. But what in your mind you believe is one of the root causes of this? I'll tell you why I believe that I'm going out here.
All right.
I believe that it's a lack of repercussion, of punishment. You see, there was a time when you committed a crime and you could get life imprisonment. Apparently, no, you can't get life. Life is inhumane. You could take 10 lives, but you cannot get life. You get to 25 years or something with the evening here. None of the people there at you decide that, well, you can't talk up somebody. So, but I read a case in Amandala of a man who stabbed a man 49 times. And then when he went to court and appeal, the appeal court said that it was inhumane to give him life. It wasn't inhumane to stab the man 49 times more. For a man may get stabbed 49 times, had no right, or if you die, you had no right. You see what I say? So the thing is, most I feel that if we don't put a stop, if nobody wakes up one morning and says, Rotary, everybody will commit this crime, get 25, stripped off the book. And I think if 25 might still be a deterrent with some people, what will be the deterrent to say, why the whole you gone so low price, there's the way you gone that far. You see what I'm saying? No, I can understand in some cases that weeding out. This one kill me, family, I come back to justice work better. I understand that kind of thing. But when you take some two people get up together and decide, you know, the best thing to you is to go around. Not that. So not the easy those things. We don't even think you know consequences. It will affect the flow of things because the man of a breadwinner is to pick them up.
I feel like I just say that the apparatus for deal with disputes not as prompt, efficient. If they not see the dispute as be something where like they're on next level, right?
Yeah.
Because like, so I got I got a bedroom where got one dispute over one truck now for 2 years. And I don't want to get into all the details, but I could tell you that where I tell him that, and so I know we put him there in my head, and I like, and the enforcement people know everything about it. But they don't take no interest in it because he just want to get a youth. Yeah, we don't got time. We don't got time. We don't got the bandwidth to deal with something. We know. When he bust.
Oh, well, laptop, well, do this,
when he bust. So the next aspect of it, you know, the whole civil court apparatus and the time we take for a matter get solved and so on. So if somebody take one money from me, I feel obligated for do everything what I could do to try to get that money from a person, because I don't have any agency where I could go to where I feel where I want to deal with this, you know, because if you out 30 grand,
well, that's another big time I feel that no.
Bedrin, and now you out 30 grand, make it be real. Your woman wanna look upon you and like to say, well, you know, you have to deepen your voice and raise your voice.
Well, yeah, I have to make that thing drop.
You understand? Well, so now, and then now, it seems very likely, I don't know all the details, that, you know, I don't think that 30 grand when they save up, I think it's very likely that 30 grand when they borrow.
Yeah.
So now you can't deal in a system when I process that for our next 9-12 months. You have to go that somebody you have to be able to say, okay, if I go to the police,
yeah, take me 2 years while I pay back for this money.
If I go to the police within a week and they're on court, the court will rule, and if certain things don't happen, boop 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 boop. So because the system not as efficient, then it left me two people to try to see how they could get back that money. Now that no mean that no explain why the two youth they know are based on the reports so we get, they know like they have some kind of gangster background.
Yeah, but
so explain how they figure out in their head that the way they get out of this, the slaughter two individuals.
Yeah.
To my mind, that because one lot of ordinary, average people in their head done that a kill mode.
Correct.
If somebody distress me, I in a kill mode.
Correct.
Even though I know they live one life where okay, I had some gangster or I had some narco trafficker or nothing, but in my head, you don't know me, but you distress me and I had to think, well, okay.
Yes, to deal with this and everything is problem.
Right? So that's how I see it, right?
I will tell you, I have called the show one man in back to the system that I the big day to call and they just the one. I had one night, then the waiter, somebody play out, then they were show up. And when they show up, then I get so back and they tell me, you know what time I call you? You have some respect. Come to me the right way right now because I call and I beg you. You know, Mose, you have some simple disputes in life. I have a dispute from the day the hurricane come, the last hurricane. They broke down my fence. I want to build back my fence. I asked my neighbor, I said, I want to build my fence. Man, so I have to talk to my wife. So right away when I have to talk to my wife, I don't know this is the process because I already got. But you know, a man no go ask the wife permission to make the neighbor benefit. A man ask the wife permission to go out to play basketball. A man ask the wife permission to spend more money when he can't spend. Man no ask, I put everything I have in the big room enough food. I just want tell you before. The inner yard, I just give him an eye, but probably right away, I box a wall, I reach to a point where you know what was? It was easier for me to just leave that fence alone and the city and move from it. You know why? Because I realized that when I spoke to the guy, it was heading in the direction where I was becoming, and I feel like my confrontation may happen. And I think that's where he may want, and I say no something. When I try my best, I got to see that folks, I talk to them, I tell him, now know about it, me and the man about it. Talk to the man, tell them. I try to negotiate this thing, I try to deal with other people to see if we can push in that. You know, recently the man did the first train for Ghana, he did the next train. So I left with a proper friend, right? But this man like one big friend, he said that they go to China and big friend. I go everywhere and big friend tower. To me, one big friend tower. I don't want to for my place.
No, don't disrespect Zinc Fence. You realize that these are the last place.
Listen to me. No, I have no problem with a decent, brand new zinc, line up pretty Zinc Fence. I talk about a patchwork, a thing will look style, and my place look like Yamadama. I don't want it.
Okay, sir.
But for a brand new place, I think, painted nicely, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I even told the guy, I said, listen to me. If I build this thing, you could be right back to my friend saying about problem. You know the man down, I did a house, right to the fence out of what I call the ball, beat people left.
Where?
And wait for one day when they go try to do something, make I tell them, no, I don't look so short. 1 year, 13 days later, when I call them up. Call off again, 1 year, 13 days after I call them up. Just so that try to talk to me today. Because
you know you to go into.
Wait too long to solve problems.
They wait too long. They don't have the capacity to do it. I can tell you that I've been doing the talk show for 25 years, and off here, people who reach one level of frustration, they would account, I guess, as they go to different things, they are account to a talk show host and lead in troubles because they are reaching that point. So I can tell you that at any given time, we exist in our space with program a lot of unresolved tensions and disputes which are not being processed fast enough, and some of these instances, people will trip. And I don't know how you fix that. I don't know, but what we can say to enforcement is that there is no matter too small for you to see how you can resolve as quickly as possible and resolve fairly. And it has to be, there has to be an assessment of how that works when it comes to kind of civil disputes that the police department, because then I guess you can't really lean on the officers where they deal with solve murder and they deal with narco trafficking and accident. If you can't solve one situation, and me and you the quarrel over an offense. So they have to have that capacity built in. I don't know the extent to which they have it, but we know that we are constantly made aware of situations that have been unresolved for a very long period of time. And all of those are ripe with the potential for violence because we are now living in the age of violence here in Belize. We are violent.
Sometimes one man may come and issue with somebody, and this morning I wake up and I see him laugh and he watch where there and I feel like I made a laugh after. And then I decide to do something. I try and this time I take this into my one hand. I don't see myself ever going to the most because I have watched the movie Frozen and I have learned to let it go. That's why I live so long more because I don't make petty things bother me to the extent that
hard to let go 30 grand, bro.
More than this the prisoner, I tell you today what made me never go back to prison. When I went there,
we have to have that conversation. Hey, Kalmo, we have to talk about that one next time. I got to go to break. I'm beyond my break and I have guests coming up as well, so I have to go to break. cut you off. We're still cool. We're going to break and come back. This is Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. All right, welcome back to the WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes on this Monday morning, 27th of January 2025. The telephone number is 280-5848. That's the direct line for you to participate in the conversation. We invite you to jump in once you're gully time and could squeeze out your contribution. We Kalamuke, we are all over the place, but we are ability to handle disputes and disagreement in 2025. And I see your thing, but we're going to call. Krem, good morning, WB. Good morning, WB.
Yes. Greetings in the name of the Most High.
Yes, my brother.
Allah Bungio. Brother, no, I'm 100% with you and with the brother Wakal in regards to this political motivated features in the currency. Also, I know that you say you've been to Europe. I've been a couple of places in Europe, but my neighbor to the north, which is Mexico, my second home, over there, neither they don't care particular, they are not too particular US currency. If you don't go to the bank and exchange, they don't want that. And I like that about them. Then you mentioned the next thing regarding to the neighbor to the west. You say it's a puppy. I've been with you with that too. I've been saying many times on the morning stew and other people that I come across. Central America, I know it like the palm of my hand. I traveled many years as a young boy and I know every city in Central America and so. Going back to the west, the neighbor country to the west. People need to realize that that country has to be appropriate because that country is them. People are familiar with that country as I am. When you go downtown in that country, in the city, you may see what's presumable to be the city of that country, but that is not. That is just the ghetto downtown. But when you go to the areas where the international airport, when you go to other areas, they are divided by zone. And there's certain zones, 15, 13, 16, certain zones they have. When you go there, you're shocked to see how the city properly developed compared to the rest of the country, because those are the cities that are controlled by the puppeteer. So that country belongs to them actually. People don't realize that. The master controls that country, so they just have to go down to whatever he says. So people need to learn that 3 countries rule the world, and I know myself, 3 countries. You know? And they say, oh, this one, no, it's an enemy to carry us. So it's a communist, they're no enemy. I want people together just playing games and controlling the third world as they call us. They call us third world, but we don't know third world because they live from us. Fruits and vegetables and income, young people may care over there for work for them. So we're supposed to be the first world, not them. But I deal with that. They are a country, and I tell you, if you ever been there, so you go to the international airport area. You go to a place that is called the Calfutura. You go to a place, boy, there's so many places when you're there, just like you're there in LA, Chicago, New York City.
I've been there.
That's the reason why they have puppies.
I've been there. I've seen the rich areas and I saw the poor areas. So.
Yeah, because I remember back in the 70s and 80s, downtown used to be where I say like the best place. But now that's not the best place. They develop other areas around the airport. Some 15 is an hour. Some 15, then they develop another area in the same zone 15 that is called it's a big place, man. Everything like it. That's a city, a mall, a hotel, everything in one. You know? And everything is to suit who?
I can tell you that I was in areas where all the homes are guarded by security with the biggest rifle, just ready for action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember the place, the latest place, the last time I gone there, 2019. I went to see an eye doctor because I lose my sight here in Belize because the people at the place, they never tell me that I had glaucoma. They always say, no, you have some allergy, use your drops, put your shade. By the time I realized my heart glaucoma fairly advanced till I lose my sight. So I went there, and before I lost the last string of sight, I went to a place called Kayala. When you go there, you don't see Guatemala when you go there. You feel you're in the US and some part of Europe. Because the next thing, I feel like wow, because if you stay longer, I don't got the money to stay there.
All right,
but anyway, and then again, the reason why that country have heavy military presence and they have well-equipped military is because they are puppet to the big man to the boss. With that, I say big mistake and let the show open because you got some guests. One love, I'm a field Negro.
All right, my brother. It's 8:32. We'll take a break and come back.
In Belize, we value our families.
All right, welcome back. WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes, Monday morning, starting the week well in the WB house in the zinc fence yard, house of Cremandala, and you're listening to Creme Radio. You're getting us on XTV Belize, and if not, you're getting us on our apps or social media links, Facebook, YouTube. As always, we encourage you to make that big step. Subscribe! Easy for do. Cost you not a penny. Line it up today. No, not later. Telephone number is 280-5848. That's the number for your participation in the conversation. We have guests. They are running late, unfortunately. But we try hold out for them because I believe they come from far. It's Brother Ewart Garbutt, and guests. So for joining me this morning, say they find way, and so we try. I hear him actually. I hear the man voice, so he there. So we try to squeeze in one smally conversation with the man. You know. Our brother from down south, one of them, we got. Let's get the money in, Parkliff. This is WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. Are you one? No, you have to just, either you're going wrong, you have to go wrong. You can go wrong. Okay, go wrong. Yeah, one late. We're okay, man. We can squeeze in. We don't got a lot of time. But you know, come from deep south, so I have to. Yes. No. All right, welcome back to the WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. Told you we had guests, but you know, the guests they come from far and try hit all the spots in city, and you know, and I guess we have high respect for my brother Ewart Garbutt, who really needs no introduction. Join us. He spent multiple mornings in 2024 with us, being on the active part. I don't call it the war part. The active part.
Definitely.
And you've brought along with you this morning Costas Chris. And Costas Chris might not be familiar to you guys, but from what you've shared with me, this is quite a guy with you know, celebrated, renowned environmental consciousness along with tourism advocate, and there's a legacy of work available online, a documentary that's available on YouTube. Ewart, please introduce your guest.
Yes, man. No further ado, this man globally known now, Mr. Costa Chris. He has been over 130 countries around the world in its motion, and actually 6 different continents. But straight to the point is, when you hear about sustainable tourism, tourism comes for 3 things. They come for culture, me and you. They come for nature, how the environment stay, and they come for the community. Somehow what we do right now are big numbers. We look for numbers. We know the check we change. We listen to the noise that the market. So Mr. Costa, I really need to hear from him directly, but with his experience, he is my neighbor for a long time, and we just had an organic conversation, and boom, this thing come up. My wife ended up telling me about the last tourist I see this thing. I said, wow, if we could learn from other people's mistake, we better listen than that. But no further ado, I want to make cuts, and then all in battle where we fight, instead of fight just one at a time. The movement and plan today, that start the conversation where I continue for generation to come. Go ahead, Costa.
Well, first of all, good morning to everybody out there, and thank you, Mose, for welcoming me. I know we don't have a lot of time today, but we can maybe touch on a couple of key things. I think we can all agree here that tourism is vital to the country of Belize. It has been extremely important to the economy. So the question on the table isn't, do we want tourism or not? The question on the table is, what kind of tourism do we want, and what kind of tourism is good for the country of Belize? And Belize...
Is it too late to have that question, or...?
No, I don't believe it's too late. I don't believe it's too late. I think there's still that opportunity, and let me give you a couple examples. Some of your viewers may not know. You know, a lot of people believe that Costa Rica is the birthplace of sustainable tourism. Well, I would differ with that, because the first global conference was held in this country, Belize. Okay? So Belize has a long-term stake in the idea that tourism has to deliver positively for nature, for culture, and most importantly, for local people. That's the 3 pillars of sustainable tourism. 20 years ago, in March of 2005, I was asked by the community of Placencia to come down there and help coordinate a meeting that would result in the Placencia Sustainable Tourism Development Plan. That plan was accomplished in 2005. That plan is the voice of Placencia elders and Placencia youth and Placencia community members and Placencia families and other stakeholders. That plan is important, the first in the country of Belize, because 20 years later, today, Placencia has the opportunity to look at what was done 20 years ago. Some of the elders aren't with us anymore, where they laid out their vision for what they believe tourism should be for the community of Placencia to bring benefits to the people and to celebrate its cultural and natural heritage. So in March of this year, the 20th anniversary, Placencia will gather again the youth, stakeholders and others to look at that plan. What did we get right? What should we be concerned about? And what do we need to do tomorrow? As the great Bob Marley sang, you need to understand your history to know your destiny. So why is this important? Why is it just not another plan? Because this plan provides a benchmark. This plan included such details, including aerial photography, that we know every house that was on the peninsula 20 years ago, every road. We know every mangrove. We know what the beach looked like. We can now look at that information, and the community of Placencia can look at that and say, how have we changed? Is this the kind of change we want? We succeeded in some areas. Why didn't we succeed in others? And let's move forward with awareness and with a sense of purpose.
Good question. Placencia did that exercise 20 years ago. Any other prime tourist destination in Belize followed or has anything equivalent?
Well, Belize embarked on a national level sustainable tourism plan in the year, if I remember correctly, 2012, right around 2011 and 2012. That plan and its results, I don't know where that is right now. I am aware of it. I wrote the terms of reference for that plan to be carried out by an agency. So really the most important answer to your question is that Belize from the beginning, going all the way back to 1992, has been talking about the importance of tourism delivering to protect natural and cultural heritage and provide tangible social and economic benefits to uplift its citizens. The question for Belize and Belizeans like Eworth and others, yourself, are asking, has it delivered for us? Where has it delivered? How can we make it better? Tourism is not something you just talk about and then put on a shelf. It's a living, breathing thing, Mose, and I'll put it this way, and I know we don't have a lot of time, but I think this might help at least understand the perspective the way I view it. And your viewers, tourism's like fire. Out of control, it will lay waste and devastate a country. It can destroy your heritage. You can lose your language, you can lose your culture, you can lose everything. Tourism alone can spread out of control. Who among us would go through a village in a dry season of thatch and just be tossing behind us pieces of fire and not look where it lands and what it's burning? That would be crazy, right? Tourism's the same way. Fire, when it's out of control, is dangerous. When it's in control, we cook our food, we stay warm on a cold night. You can make an argument that our ability to manage fire is what gave birth to civilization. Well, here's the thing. Tourism must be managed. It cannot run itself. And that's where sustainable tourism, based on 3 key pillars, is essential to guide this forward. Nature, culture, and community.
Mose, you're a man always hit know how to sell the story or get it to the viewers. You think we'd feel warm? We'd get it, we'd cook with food, we'd feel the vibes? Because listen,
I don't know if I'm the right person for us because I lean to cynicism all the time.
Good.
So naturally I hear that. I love the fact that there is going to be a process to examine how close or how far we are away from what we wanted it to be. One, that's great, and I will await to hear the outcome of that process. I love the fact that there's an actual comparison going to be done. That is going to be it's not just a anecdotal thing. We have hard data to say where we are. So that's great. So I want to be informed by that. But just intuitively and anecdotally and from my vibes as a human being, I find, I've commented, I've said it a lot of times, we get A+ for rhetoric. We have some of the most beautiful rhetoric on record.
Definitely.
If rhetoric made you excellent, we would be the best there is on planet Earth. Very often I find that we are schizophrenic. We speak a thing, we say we are this, but then for some reason we are going to be conveniently absent-minded and forgetful about what we said we wanted out of convenience, out of profit, and we go completely on the other side of that spectrum. So we say we want sustainable, but if somebody comes with the right money, they could chop down all the mangrove when they want to chop down. That's who we are. But we can tell you we love mangrove.
Definitely.
We can tell you how we have legislation to protect mangrove. But if there is a copper to be made chopping down some mango, we are the ones who are bring the machete. Unfortunately, that's who we are.
Before I even got at the government BTV, I blame myself in the sense we need to keep this at the forefront. This conversation we're having today and tomorrow and for the next generation, this one continue more. You see the Lee Wilbauer flat, the different thing. These are not single-handedly out. Now we'll keep this in record. You said that you're serious about protection. Now we have to echo it out. Then people that drop asleep behind the hem and we they allow them. So once with your permission, this will be a monthly pan a minimum. When Costa, whatever friend, I got friend that's San Pedro to PG, we need to hold these people accountable. And I'll give you a simple 2 cents to I beg you. I want you to go around and ask, since the pie is getting bigger, because now we got this big pie, with the increase the number, with the inner billions, 1.4, I think the projected 2024. how much that pie for you work for Warren for the next man, that how big a for no slice to get? First of all, and not even in a slice if we talk real, the scrums. Make we talk the real truth about tourism because we need it. We don't have no choice now. We don't sell and that's what we're there. How long for the next generation? I know I'll be guilty to tell the next generation I wasn't a part of making that change for left something for now. So the conversation start today, and thanks Costa and the community, everybody who have set the trend whereby Belize as a small nation, God bless you with so much wealth. We be trendsetters, not followers. Costa said something on the way up that resent on the head. There's no example of destroying nature for tourists that's sexy. Everybody don't find out that wrong. But it sounds like we got to push our hand way in at the oven and cook ourselves, not just with hand to make we understand it. We don't allow it.
Boom.
Enough
you know what?
There
There will be main course. This happens to be just the appetizer to this conversation, and so we look forward to booking a date. It could be this week as soon as we can arrange it with Ewart. We're going to more than likely do it by Zoom because I can't expect the man to come all the way back up. Yeah. But we will continue and have main course in this conversation. We want to thank you both for still giving us the 10 minutes and just, doing it so compactly. Respect is due.
Mose, if I can, you started by saying, is it too late? Mm-hmm. It's not for this country. I honestly believe that. I believe Belizeans are committed to these ideas, and also the government has supported these ideas. So now that we know people are supporting these ideas, we need to make them implemented.
I always appreciate those who bring optimism. I tell you, there's never a time I don't need a little bit of optimism because it's hard. It's hard being positive. It's hard thinking that we are going to work this out and somehow self-correct and be a better version of ourselves. But if you feel like we have time, then I don't.
Follow with action.
But there is a great urgency.
We don't have endless time, but we have time. It's not too late.
Well said. Guess what? Thanks. I gotta go. I don't have any more time this morning. That's for sure. I gotta go to my final break and come back and wrap.
When you bank your way, it's amazing how much time you have. when you bank your way. It's a...
That's it. We've got to leave Belize. We're done for today with health and strength. We come back tomorrow morning for the Tuesday morning. Wake up Belize morning vibes. Once we got strength and once we got health. That's the way it works out. We hope you have a great start to your week. Enjoy your Monday. Be the best you could be. To the team that make it happen, give thanks. Larry G at Creme Radio, the group Mr. Cliff Lewis up at XTV along with Director Alex Sibilide. For now, Belize, stand strong, stand firm. We're gone!
Wake up, Belize. 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 Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving. Na 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 na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice our opinion and place your calling. WB. Be yourself, see yourself. This is the show of people. Belize our hopes up to needless reason. Nobody feel left out is the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Love, respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes. WB. And all the things that we feel.